Hello, 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 and welcome, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal, for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and Leo rising. Yay, rock and roll. The first three of personal-ish reads for me, considering that I am Leo rising, Virgo sun, and Venus in Libra. Then I get a nice break until my Pisces moon. So I will try and keep myself out of it. Good luck. Let's see how we do. If you are new to my channel, though, please do like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell because I am putting out content every day. It may not be your reading every day that I do, but I am doing live chats in the morning and in the evening-ish, unless I'm really totally burned out. But we're having a lot of fun over there because a lot of the people from my private Facebook group, the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short Facebook group, we meet up and we hang out and we have a really good time. And we help each other through all of this. I don't know if I'll keep doing this once our world is on the other side of this, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But I know I am doing it as a service Virgo that I am. Cool, cool. So let us get down to business. This is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. You can't hit them on the nail every single time in a general read. That's why I do private readings, and if you want one with me, easy enough to book me, just check the description box below or reach out to me on social media. It's probably the easiest way, actually. I do a lot of Facebook video chat readings and Skype and stuff like that because I'm not taking clients face-to-face right now. Duh. That being said, this is a Path of True Love reading. So like I said, it's general. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs. I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter because upload times are ridiculous, and that's not YouTube's fault. That's just everybody's on the internet right now. So we're only doing a 7-card draw, meaning that there are 7 decks. I'm pulling 1 card from each deck to give you some clarity, some guidance, and some grace, because the Path of True Love is your healing path, your hero's journey, your spiritual path through your relationships. And is it about romantic sexual relationships? Sure, but not only. It's all of your relationships, but ultimately your relationship with yourself, learning how to love yourself, learning how to take care of yourself in all of these different ways so that you can be the mate of your own soul, therefore a better soul mate. Makes sense, don't it? So that being said, please remember to breathe. Keeps you in the present moment so that you can feel what resonates and what doesn't. Keeps me in the present moment to bring you through as much clarity, guidance, and grace as I can. Let's do this, keeping in mind all the decks that I read are in the description box at the bottom of the description box. Go have a look-see-dooksy. There's other cool stuff down there you may want to check out, particularly my work, links about my work on the Path of True Love. That being said, I'll call out the decks as we go. We're starting with the Caroline Myss Archetype deck. Here we go. Breathe, my Leos. Here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please. What is the dominant archetype at work in this Leo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the Path of True Love for May 2020, please, my beloved pantheons. These are also timeless readings. Whenever you're supposed to read it, watch it, I guess I should say, is when you're supposed to watch it. Let's see what your dominant archetype is. Okay, before I tell you what this one is, I gotta tell you everybody has this archetype. Not everybody may have the artist archetype. Not everybody may have the healer archetype. But everybody has the 4 survival archetypes. If you read the book from Caroline Myss, the author of this deck, Sacred Contracts, there's the child, the victim, the saboteur, the prostitute, meaning that's how we learn how to survive. And they're all not the immediate surface definitions of those words. You have the victim archetype, which its positive side is called the victor, as in victory. So it's all about self-esteem and boundaries and really learning how to take care of yourself in ways that others just can't, right? So boundaries aren't just about keeping stuff out, it's also about keeping stuff in. Like, it's okay to feel what you're feeling, but that doesn't mean you have to victimize others as a result of that. You sort of feel that and heal that behind the castle wall, so to speak. So let me read you the shadow and the light here. The shadow attribute, the darker side, the toxic side, the lead, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. We all do it, and we've all learned how to do it from our society for sure. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. So boundaries are great, big, huge, but keep in mind we're always having to reset them. I've been saying this a lot. It's, I think, a really good metaphor. Don't talk to strangers is a brilliant boundary for a 4-year-old. It's a very toxic boundary for a 44-year-old, right? So we're always having to readjust those things. So what does that take? Self-estimation. But remember, self-esteem is a noun, not a verb. Go study Carolyn Mace. Trust me, she's worth every second of it. The light attribute, which you would call the victory, right? From the victim, victimizer to victory, the victor, prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others, which means you really get the self-esteem part of it, that you won't victimize others as well as you won't stick around to be victimized by somebody else, whether through abuse, neglect, or codependence. Really good for the path of true love, though. I mean, it's a really great way. And considering so many of us are in isolation right now, perhaps with toxic people, what a great opportunity to do the alchemy, right? To change that lead to gold, so to speak, to go through the transformation, which is what the path of true love really is all about. Let's ask the angels with the Healing with the Angels Oracle. What angels are you healing with on the path, shall we? My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020, or timeless, please. What is the angel that walks with them from the Healing with the Angels Oracle deck? Signs. Signs and synchronicities, right? What are the signs and synchronicities? What are the things that are happening around you that you're thinking it and then you see it? Little breadcrumb path through the mysterious forest of the path of true love. Because the divine wants you to walk the path of true love because you are true love, but we have forgotten who we are, right? So all of our relationships are helping us to learn how to do that, how to remove the excess marble from the perfect sculpture the divine hath created within. Follow the signs and synchronicities. You will be getting them. I mean, I get them all day, really, doing what I do for a living. Yeah, I get signs and synchronicities all day long, but sometimes what's missing is the correct interpretation, right? So if you are in this place of isolation, if you are feeling victimized, perhaps, by what's going on in the world, and really, who isn't, to really follow the signs that the only way out is through, and that you are not alone, and that everything that you need is always given to you, but we may not always see it. And that's why reading can be helpful. And reading is fundamental. Let's ask the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the voices of the divine feminine, the voices of the goddess, the voices of the divine yin, half the universal energy, about where you are on the path of true love for May 2020. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for the Cancerian collective. Oh, sorry, wrong reading. Well, because it's got the sign. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for the Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love. For May 2020, what do they need? Where are they? What do they need to know on the path? What's going on for them on the path of true love for May 2020? Or timeless. That one? Yes, that one. Okay. The card of criticism, but it's not always immediately what you think this card means. It is the Nine of Blades, which in the Rider-Waite Tarot, here I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. It's the Nine of Swords. There's 9 swords kind of hanging over the person's head. But if you look at the bedspread there, quilted onto it are the 12 signs of the zodiac. So it often has to do with collecting the information from the collective unconscious, right? The 12 signs of the zodiac that way. But it also can mean intense introspection. That criticism need not mean being naggy all the time. I know that's what we mean, like someone who's being critical. Oh, they're still critical. It's like there was one extra grain of salt that was not needed in that dish, like those, you know, TV shows, right, where they just have to nitpick every little thing because, you know, this is the competition is getting tough, right? So let's be really cruel to you and get away with it on TV. Not always the case. But this can really, really be about, like, think of critical care, right? Think of critical thinking, critical math. It's down to the detail here. So you might be getting the divine in the details, right? Very St. Teresa of Avila, the divine is in the details. It's in the small things, the small miracles, that you might find that you are being guided through this alchemical process of resetting your boundaries, of re-estimating yourself as a divine being in a human form that has to go through all these trials and tribulations. It has to live by certain rules and regulations to abide and obey in order to heal and grow, not just the human ones, but the divine ones, right? That the signs are there, but you might have to look a little bit closer. And if you are being kept up at night, I am, not just with, you know, empathic overload. I am a divine feminine in that sense, an empath, but also with insights that I'm like, because sometimes it waits until, you know, all of the psychic static has died down and you're actually laying down in bed where then the clarity comes and the guidance comes, and you are worth it. You are worth this entire universe, my darling Leos, and so is everybody else, every other sign, because that's what we came in here to do. We came into this world to experience the illusion of separation, to transcend it and find out that we are all one. That's why the path of true love is ultimately about embodying the unconditional divine love that you already are. That was a lot of spiritual teaching, wasn't it? Well, you can take the spiritual teacher out of the classroom, but you can't take the classroom out of the spiritual teacher. So let's go to the Mythic Tarot for that other half of the universal energy. Let's ask the gods, the collective divine masculine, the divine yang. Unless you're from Long Island, then it's the divine yang. Nice deep breath. I'm from Long Island. I'm allowed to say that. Oh my gods, you feel so yummy. Please, one card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020, or timeless, please. Where are they on the path of true love? A clue, a tip, a sign, a hint for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020. That one just about jumped out the deck. Let's see who you got. The Star. Now, keeping in mind that the Sun, your ruling planet, is a star, this is about hope. This is about guidance. This is about grace. This is about following to follow your star. People who wish on stars usually get beat by people who did the hard work too, as well as, it's very Terry Pratchett, We Free Men, brilliant, WEEFREEMEN, check it out if you haven't yet. But there is something here absolutely about do not give up hope. This is Pandora's box, not to be confused with Pandora Box, the drag queen, although kind of like her too. This is about all of the ills of the world, the sins of the world, escaping Pandora's box, but hope is withheld. Hope is held onto. And since St. Teresa of Avila sort of already came up, she says that we are only entitled to hope. That is the only thing we are entitled to is hope. And that there is therefore hope here for you. So though you may be feeling victimized by the world, truncated in your action, not able to express yourself the way that you need to or want to, know that this time of introspection, you will be hooking up with signs, with synchronicities, with little pieces of guidance and grace. And it does feel like they may be minute, but that enough to keep you going breadcrumb by breadcrumb through the forest of mystery. And that you are walking the path. We are always walking the path of true love. This is not the first lifetime, every lifetime. If the path of true love is about us removing the excess marble from the divinity that we truly are, that's a quote from Michelangelo, give or take a few words there. The artist, not the Ninja Turtle, just to clarify. then it really is. Every lifetime is about the path of true love. But it is our relationships, or sometimes lack thereof, that remove the chunks and hunks of excess marble, the distractions, the things that we have picked up from the world that are not authentic to who we are. Particularly if you are an empath, that could very much be part of this, hence the real introspection needed, and perhaps the divine in the details. All right. We're going to ask the Ascended Masters, those who've already completed this game and are reaching back into the game, to help those. More than just spirit guides, the Ascended Masters. It's sort of like they're specialists in a way. Let's see what they have to say with the Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. There are 4 suits in here. The suit of the problem, which is half of the deck. So you could say the deck is definitely stacked, but it's good to know what's going on in terms of problems, in terms of what are the lessons. The rest of it is the suit of luck, the suit of healing, and the suit of grace. So let's see what the Ascended Masters say you need or are dealing with on the path of true love. Breathe. My Ascended Masters, please, 1 card in clarity. A piece of luck, a piece of grace, a piece of healing, or a piece of the problem for this Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless, please. Where are they? What do they need? Just 1 card in clarity, please, for where they are on the path of true love. That's 2. Please, just 1 card on the path of true love. No, that's 2. All right, we'll do it this way. Because they may just want to give you 2, which is okay. I just try not to bend and break my own rules. Very, very feisty deck. Please, my Ascended Masters, 1 card in clarity for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless. Make me work for that one. Fantasy. Fantasy. Welcome to Fantasy Island, except this is a problem card. So it might be that you need to get this card of criticism here in terms of the mind to really focus on, well, is it true? Oh, I highly recommend the work of Byron Katie. The work of Byron Katie. Asking the 4 questions to begin with. There's more to it than this. When you have a thought and you're feeling victimized, ask yourself, is it true? Whatever the thought is it true? Can I be absolutely sure it's true? What am I like when I believe that thought? Who would I be if I didn't believe that thought? And there are some variations on those questions depending on who you read, but go to the original source. I'm probably paraphrasing. That there might be some mental trickery going on that you might not be aware of. I mean, come on, we're all raised with fantasies. I mean, spoiler alert, Santa Claus, come on. It's the Dagda or nothing. It's Celtic god, long story. But, you know, we all believe things that aren't true. We all have fantasies, and there's a difference between visualizing something that you want and believing a fantasy, right? They're just things that aren't true no matter how you slice them or dice them. And sometimes the very fantasies that we have may have components of it, of things written in the divine plan for us, that they're actually manifestations of intuition. So in terms of the card of the star here, there is saying that, you know, there's hope here. There's big hope here. To me, the grace of hope, I call it the mother grace, because every mother wants to have great hope for their children. Please, the gateway grace of the mother goddess, grant me the grace of hope that I alone do nothing, but with the gods all things are possible, and that there is a divine plan in all of this I'm going through. The grace of hope is like the golden thread leading us through the labyrinth of life, through to the center and out the other side. Very Greek myth, but you know, that's me. Let's keep going. What's going on from the point of view of your higher self through the Whispers of Love Oracle? I just did an oracle draw of 12 cards on the channel last night. My 11 p.m. Usually I do the daytimes one. They can be anywhere from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. But the nighttime ones, if I do them, which I usually do, they're at 11 p.m. all Eastern time. Because I'm from New York. No shock. No shook. The higher selves of all involved, please. 1 card in clarity for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the path of true love for May 2020. Please, higher selves, what is your whisper of love for the Libra collective for May 2020? Rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. Now, if that's all you've been doing, it might be like, more? I mean, come on, we're Leos. I'm Leo rising. As I said, I just look like one. I'm not a Leo. I'm just drawn that way. So, you know, you might be like, really, more? But this might very well be about giving your nervous system time to process all that's going on so that you can really find that hope. That the grace of hope is always offered to us, but often it is through the signs and the synchronicities that we finally grok them, that we finally allow them to come in. But if we're all wound up, if the nervous system is inflamed, we may not catch it, right, until later, right? And then we're like, oh, I didn't see it, because you were busy fretting, perhaps feeling victimized, right? Rest and relaxation is essential, or perhaps you've got this nightmarish fantasy going on in your head, so even if the sign is right there, too much, right? You don't see it. So rest and relaxation, take a break, whether it's meditation, whether it's napping, you know, and you know when there's a place when you've gone too far, when you're sleeping all day, every day, avoiding life, that's different. And that's not very Leonine. That's not very Leos. Remember, 5th house is creativity, good fortune, and pleasure. So even if you have to like get a little creative, do some writing, do some modern dance in the bathtub, do it sitting down, don't dance in the bathtub. But you know what I mean, in the bathroom, just kind of like let this stuff move through you, to move the energy through you. Then make sure you're getting the rest and relaxation. It is essential. You need a break. You need a break. Even if that is, you know, a Netflix binge. Oh, they put Bleach, the 2 more seasons of Bleach, the anime, just clarifying, on Netflix, and I've been loving it. I may watch these 2 seasons, then go back and watch them over again from the beginning. Ichigo! Such good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be 52. Anime was around when I was a kid. We had Star Raiders and Voltron. And I really like Bleach. The anime. Clarifying. Nice deep breath. As we're going to ask the Ascended Masters who brought you the card of fantasy, the Problem Suit card, going to give you a healing mantra deck card from the Kahn healing mantra deck, which would make sense. A mantra that you can kind of use while you're resting in relaxation, perhaps focusing on with that 9 of Blades. Nice deep breath. My Ascended Masters, please, 1 card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for them? What is their perfect mantra on the path of true love for May 2020 or timeless? Thank you so very much, my masters. Now, one side of this card is the mantra, the other the name of the mantra. I will look up the book by the name of the mantra because there's not much else written on the card. Actually, there's nothing else written on the card. Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Here, let me do this. Boing, that turns off the camera light. Only with these cards, oddly enough. Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. Now, the beautiful part about that, and I will read this, is that all you have to do is rest and relax. And yes, reset some boundaries, but follow the signs. It's going to help you rebuild your hope. Let me read this one for you. Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. And who isn't going through trauma right now? When the nervous system is rewired, you are no longer trapped in the memories of your body. Now, right there, that is so, it may seem cryptic, but it's so important. I'm going to read that again. When the nervous system is rewired, you are no longer trapped in the memories of your body, right? Body memory, muscle memory, cellular memory. That's why we have trouble shaking things sometimes, because it's still in the body. You are the courageous hero or heroine of your present reality, honoring every moment of hardship as the means through which your infinite strength and greater depth of character is revealed. Hence, going from victim to victor, as in the spoils of war go to the victor, victory. As you rewire your nervous system, you are no longer responding to life from the vantage point of your painful past, but instead are open to each encounter being more miraculous than the moment before. And isn't that just the card of the star in a nutshell? This mantra is ideal for adjusting to life after loss. Who does that not apply to right now? Healing heartbreak. Who does that not apply to right now? And becoming more optimistic. Who could that not apply to right now? Because it does make sense. If you are in a place of victimization, to be able to rewire your nervous system, finding strength just for surviving your traumas, because you do it through rest and relaxation, which is essential, will help you move out of this victimizer fantasy so that you can follow the star, that optimism, that hope. But it's gonna take some focus on detail to really follow those signs, those breadcrumbs through the forest of the path of true love, which is fraught with shadow as well as light, downs as well as ups, loss as well as gains, as it is for all of us. So may the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs get all that they need on the path of true love, the rest and relaxation that they need in order to find the strength by surviving their traumas, to alchemize themselves from victim to victimizer, to overcome and see through these fantasies by really focusing on the details of the signs and synchronicities around them, that they may have their hope, their renewal of their optimism, and walk through the path as clearly as they can for their well-being and for the well-being of all. May they be so blessed. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. Again, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm putting out new stuff. And please do comment in the comment section below. I do like to find out how this is all going for you, and I think it kind of keeps us all connected in a very verbal and interesting, supportive way. Cool. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the path of true love for May 2020, or whenever you are watching this, my darling Leos. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.